Welcome to your Algebra Lesson 1. Topic is solving one-step equations, our learning target. I can solve one-step equations by isolating the variable. To start, let's talk vocab. So we have key term is variable, and our definition is a letter that represents an unknown value. So the letter can be any letter in the alphabet, A to Z, any letter. And it's just an unknown value. So we need to figure out what the value is. Isolate the variable is to get the variable by itself. So it'd be like X equals or B equals. And then it'd be a number. So the variable is all by itself on one side. It can have no friends. And then lastly, inverse operations are just opposite operations or operations that undo each other. So we can say addition and subtraction are inverses. And also multiplication and division are inverses. All right, remember that this 3x, a number next to a variable, means multiply. So this we can read two ways. We can read it as 3x, or we can read it as 3 times x. Those are the two ways we can read it. Both of them are accurate. This one just reminds you, hey, we're multiplying. Here, a fraction bar represents division. So we can read this as x over 3 or x divided by 3. Those are the two ways to read that. Both are accurate. This one just reminds us that we're dividing. All right, so to solve an equation, our goal is to get the variable by itself, or to get it all alone. And to do that, we have a couple steps. We have undo addition and subtraction, undo multiplication and division. So for our one-step equations, we're just going to have to do one or the other. We're going to have to undo either addition or subtraction or undo multiplication and division. So if we look at our first equation, we have x over -4, or remember this means x divided by -4 equals 9. So remember, we're going to draw that line where our equal sign is to remind us to do the same thing to both sides. Then we're going to undo division with its opposite. Well, the opposite of division is multiplication. So to undo divided by -4, we need to multiply both sides by -4. Because when we divide by -4 and then multiply by -4, those -4s, they cancel out. They become 1, which just leaves us with x equals, what's 9 times -4? That's -36. And now, as you can see, our variable is alone. There's nothing else next to that x, which means that's our final answer. So if we look at our second problem, we have 5x equals -75. Now remember, 5x means 5 times x. So we have multiplication, which means to undo, we're going to do the opposite, which is division. So instead of multiplying by 5, we're going to divide both sides by 5. Now when I solve, I like to use the fraction bar for division. You can use the division sign, but I find it easier to use the fraction bar for division. 5 divided by 5 cancels out, leaving us with just x equals, and then we just have to figure out what's negative 75 divided by 5. First off, negative divided by positive is a negative. Remember our little triangle, positive, negative, negative. A negative divided by a positive is a negative. 75 divided by 5 would be 15. Since our variable is by itself, that is our final answer. All right, last problem here. We have 4 plus x equals 25. So I'm going to draw those railroad tracks. Now on this one, it's a little tricky because our x is after the 4. So this is saying 4 plus x. Remember, our goal is to get x by itself, meaning we don't want to touch this x. We want to get the 4 to join the 25. We need that 4 to move over. So if you remember, we can put a plus sign in front of this 4 to remind us that it's positive 4. So to undo a plus or undo a positive, we have to use the opposite, which is subtraction. So to undo this positive 4, we're going to minus 4, and then minus 4 on the other side. 4 minus 4 is 0, leaving us with just our x. And then 25 minus 4 is 21. So x equals 21. That's all the notes I have for you. Thank you for watching this video, and go ahead and move on to your practice.